We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What?
Does someone have a pen? I need to ban TikTok.
What is you playing right now? I'm trying to get through to you.
TikTok's future is uncertain.
And I have urged that TikTok be closed down in America.
The video sharing app and the Chinese company that introduced it to the world are in President Trump's crosshairs.
We want no security problems with China. It's got to be an American company. It's got to be American security. It's got to be owned here.
And many other politicians and experts agree that the data TikTok collects on its American users is unsafe in the hands of its Chinese parent company, ByteDance.
It is owned by a Chinese company that includes Chinese Communist Party members in leadership, and it is required under Chinese law to share user data with Beijing.
But are these security concerns a real threat?
Essentially, the concern boils down to, do you want an app installed on your phone if you believe that that app might ultimately be influenced by a foreign government that is directly competing with the US economically?
TikTok has been downloaded over 2 billion times across the world. For years, it's been beloved by teens. But the COVID-19 pandemic has helped the app find new, older audiences as well.
It's really designed for virality, not for a network of acquaintances like Facebook was in the first place, and even Twitter, where you kind of follow a certain group of people. Also, I believe that a lot of its popularity comes from like the culture of creativity and self-expression that it was able to foster through dancing, lip syncing, pranking, all sorts of.
And its central feature, the For You page, which uses an algorithm to curate an endless scroll of videos selected just for you. To power it, TikTok, like any other social media app, collects a certain amount of data on its users. According to its privacy policy, this data informs TikTok's algorithms, among other things. Facebook collects similar information. But where that data is physically stored makes all the difference.
It's important to understand that all technology companies ultimately answer to the governments of the countries in which they exist, where they're based, and where they operate. So the same way that Facebook ultimately has to answer to the US government, Congress, for example, can demand that Mark Zuckerberg testify. The same applies in China, except with one major difference. China is a far less free country, and there's far less protection of people's rights and people's personal information from the government. So the issue isn't whether right now TikTok is feeding information to the Chinese government. It's that they potentially could be doing so if the government so wanted.
A long time the United States just said, well, goodness, if we're having fun with it or if a company can make money off of it, we're going to permit that to happen. President Trump has said enough, and we're going to fix it.
This isn't the first time the U.S. Committee on Foreign Investment has gone after a foreign-owned app like TikTok. It's previously blocked other Chinese companies from owning Grindr, a gay dating app, and MoneyGram, a money transfer app. So TikTok likely isn't the last.
Congress, the president, the government really needs to create a framework for dealing with this kind of problem going forward. There are going to be apps that are popular that come from places that are not the friendliest to the United States. That's reality. We need a framework for how to deal with those situations, not to deal with them one by one after tens of millions of people already have it.